Hello. Hello, everybody. Is everybody there? Waiting a second or two. I got Facebook. I have YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone on whatever day this is? I believe it is Wednesday. I am Kitryn Marie. I'm an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. I teach creative-minded women how they can take their gifts and their talents, how they can live on a shoestring budget and never have to go without. Having material gains in this world is wonderful. It makes our life convenient, but it does not bring true happiness. It does not bring us real passion in our life. The things that bring us passion in our life are the things that are long-term. I've got some crazy glare up here and I ain't digging it. Let's see if I can flip this real quick. True passion, things that, it might just make it worse. Things that bring us long-term joy that we are able to do because we have God-given gifts and talents. Let's try that for a minute. God-given gifts and talents that we don't know how to utilize. Things that people have said to us, you are not able to do that. Why can you not be normal? Why can't you just go get a 9-to-5 job? Why can't you just go be like everybody else? Well, you know what the thing of it is, not everybody is wired the exact same way, and people who do not know how to elevate their game, who are afraid to step outside of a box, will make you feel bad for your choices that you are making in your life, and they will go out of their way to be committed to misunderstanding the importance of who you are and why you do what you do. You know, some people, they like that ordinary. They like that mundane. They like that fixed structure in their life where they know that they go to a job Monday through Friday and they are able to get a paycheck and they are happy with that, and they have to learn to budget their money with that paycheck. Where people who are entrepreneurs, who have businesses of their own, there is no cap on that ceiling. You make the amount of money that you want to work at to make that amount of money. Only you are responsible for chasing that dollar and working hard at being an entrepreneur, doing your business, having this gig and this hustle. And people who are afraid to branch out on their own, you will always be not understood. It will always be something held over your head about you wanting to go have a business of your own. And this is where I take that fear out of those naysayer words that women like to have in their memory bank, in the storage in the back of their mind, that say, you know, well, somebody said that I wasn't able to do that. Somebody said that the market is already saturated. Somebody who has said, why would you do that? Why would you go out on that limb and make a fool out of yourself? I'm sorry, the last time I checked making money, nobody's being made to a fool. Can't even say that. I recently received an email from somebody. Right now I do have an email special. You can send me 2 business coaching questions or personal mentoring questions for $15. You pay through my paypal.me /Kitryn Marie, and you can ask me 2 questions. So I had somebody send me this email saying, you know, I'm always being made fun of. You know, nobody understands that, you know, I like having my own jewelry line and I want to sell it, but they're constantly making me feel bad because, you know, this little hobby that I have, I want to be able to take it to the other level, and I want to be able to make some money at it. And in my coaching classes, this is what we talk about, taking those little side gigs and hustles and those talents and learning how to make money at it. First of all, we need to put earmuffs on to the naysayers that go out of their way to misunderstand how important it is And I told this woman, I said, you continue with what you know how to do, and you talk above and you talk louder, and you become so committed and focused that, you draw your boundary line of who you're going to allow to influence the way that you think, the way that they want to influence the way that you should do business. I'm kind of on a rant this morning. A few things have got me a little riled, and I'm trying to get my words all out in a cohesive kind of way. These women who were sending these messages to me, they're baffled. They are confused. They are at a standstill in their life and in their business. It is hard work to be an entrepreneur. It is hard work to sell something that you're not passionate about. It is hard to be in front of a bunch of people, especially when you were going live and online and you were trying to tell people who you are and what you do, and you get tongue twisted. The woman who is selling the jewelry line, she said, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know where to go. Whatever it is that I'm trying to sell, people are not interested. It does not matter if they are not interested. What matters is how you are going forward and how you are presenting who you are and what your product is and what your service is. It is not a saturated market. We each have our own special, unique way. I cannot really talk today. Gosh darn it. We all have our own special kind of way that we do things. And it is about setting the boundaries of who you allow in your space and who you are not wanting to influence the way that you do things. Life changes at a very rapid rate, and you are allowed to change what you know. You are allowed to change who you are. You are allowed to learn something new. You are allowed to try to sell a new product. You are allowed to evolve and awaken and become something that nobody really knew that you had it in you, but you don't owe anything to that other person who is the naysayer, who can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag, who will not get their own mind out of the box that they feel that they have to live in. And, whatever your service, whatever your product is, whatever it is that you feel that is going to be a necessity to somebody else, talk your game, talk your storyline, talk about why you like doing what you're doing. My t-shirt line, I love my t-shirt line. It is upcycled clothes, second hand. I go into these high dollar stores and I hand pick all of these t-shirts that are gently used. Some still have tags on it. The clothing industry is the most wasted industry that we have. I like going in and I like hand picking these clothes and I change them up. I put cute little sayings on them and I turn around and I sell them. I make them an upcycled, something very unique, something very chic, something very hippie-like, because I do feel I am that bohemian kind of girl. And, the market is not saturated. We each have our own style and we each have our own way in which we are doing things. And why would we not want to be best foot forward, being committed to our own passions and our own ideas and our own art and our own gifts and talents? Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take your dream away from you. Nobody can tell you your dream is too big. I am working on trying to sell my house. I want a horse ranch. Anybody who knows me in my personal circle, I love my horses. Horses are my spirit animal. I want a horse surrender and rescue, and I am doing everything in my power to obtain that goal, because I know it is a goal that I can achieve. It is something that I will be able to have, because my focus is very, very clear, and I don't want anybody in my space taking my focus away from the responsibilities and the accountability that I need to have in order to achieve this great big goal. You know, I teach a variety of art classes. I teach a variety of coaching sessions. You know, it's never too late. You're never too old. You don't have to be the same person that you were 5 years ago. You know, and once you decide that you can be committed to your dream, you find every possibility, and you start to eliminate all the things, the places, the people that do not fit into what your new dream is going to be. You know, everybody has their own idea of what life is, but why should you live somebody else's life if that is not conducive to who you are? You know, as an artist, you know, I teach perception and perspective. I teach, you know, how to look at things and find the shadows and find the beauty in the things behind what we normally see at face value. You know, if you are not committed to your dream or to your goal, then you are not focused, and you do not have a clear vision of what you are needing and wanting in your life. I don't have time for people who want to be not in my dream. I have a hard time dealing with people who are not aligned to being evolved and being awakened. I have a hard time understanding people who do not want to elevate who they are and learn more about what they can become. You know, not all of us are able to retire. Some of us are going to have to work every day really, really hard up until we are in our, you know, darn near 80s. In a couple weeks, I will be 58 years old, and it is taking me in the last couple years to decide really what my goal was and what my niche was and how I was going to achieve all the things that I had had in my heart and in my soul and in my mind. And the years that I was with somebody living his life, it was suffocating me. It was absolutely draining me and exhausting me to the point where it made me so sick. I needed to completely get away from everything that I knew before. And if it is not conducive to the lifestyle that you are living, then you're not with the right person. You know, nobody can make you do something you do not want to do. Nobody can force you to take time that you don't have. You know, you spend the time in the space that you have, you know, maintaining your dream and maintaining your business and maintaining your health. And, you know, you get to set those boundaries and you get to set those guidelines, and you are the one that people are listening to and people are looking at, and they're looking at how you are living your life. You know, a couple years back when I decided that I wanted to take on a product, when I wanted to be a brand rep, you know, being an influencer, people look to how you promote, how you carry yourself, how you speak your words. And although today I'm having a hard time kind of talking, they listen and they hang on to your truths. They hang on to the story and how you've branded who you are and why you've become this entity. And it makes people want to not only buy from you, but they want to know more about who you are and where did you come from. You know, on a great occasion, I will be out and I will have people come up to me and say, "Aren't you that girl on Facebook? Aren't you that girl on YouTube?" It is flattering. It is really flattering that my following and my crowd has gotten that much bigger out of the small circle that I used to hang with in South St. Louis. You know, I'm not looking to make $1 million for me. Yes, I'd like to have $1 million for the facility that I'm trying to, you know, to build. I want to continue to teach my classes, and I want to be able to inspire more women to be brave and to step out of behind that man that has told you you can't do something, to step out from behind your kids because you're living vicariously through them. It is a codependent relationship, and I talk about codependency a lot. It is a codependent relationship if you do not let your children evolve and move out of your house and go on to life in some other direction. It is your responsibility always to be their parent and always to be, to love them and to guide them. But you need to get them to the point where they have their own tools, where they can function in this life, where they're not living in your basement for the rest of their life and the rest of your life till you're 90-something years old, because you continually, dole out the money. You continually, give them an easy way out. We have a whole generation here coming up. What is this world coming to? Start to talk to your kids about what their future is going to look like. Start to rewrite the history, in your family. Break those cycles. Teach your children to fend for themselves, to do the dishes, to do the laundry, to go get a job, to go to school, to learn something online. If you want it for your children, why would you not want it for yourself? We have this epidemic of children that are falling into the wrong hands, and they are being guided by the wrong people. And if you cannot lead by example yourself, what good of any kind of parent are you? So here, as a woman who is branching out, who's wanting to be a mentor, who's trying to show women, teach your children what you need to teach them, but then do the same thing for yourself. Evolve and awaken, and stop hiding behind somebody because you were afraid. Stop hiding behind somebody because somebody has said, well, you can't do that. And, because you're with me, you need to now, hang on my hip, and you need to live vicariously through what I'm doing, because in order for you to be with me, this is the stick. This is the game that you have to play. And that's emotional hijacking. And that is not fair to the woman who thinks she's in this wonderful relationship, and she bought into a lie. She bought into somebody who cannot function on their own. She bought into somebody who is codependent, because when you come into a healthy relationship, you have separate entities. You have separate lives. And it's the things that you do separately that you bring together as a couple, and you grow and you evolve as you get older, because things change. If your life is okay sitting on a bar stool and being with somebody who is drunk all the time, if your life is okay with somebody who's awake and bake and they want to get up in the morning and the first thing they do is they want to take a hit of something, what kind of life is that you are living for yourself? It is draining. It is sickening to your soul. That you become codependent in this life, and you start to evolve your life around that person's behavior, and it's not healthy. It is not conducive to women who want to become something bigger and better and more, and they want to be evolved, and they want to be productive in this life, and they want to be confident. They want to be confident about the product that they are providing, the service that they are providing, speaking and leading by example in this life. If there's anything that I can do for you, I would love to be able to help you. All questions are welcome. I do have the email special right now. You can email me to questions, personal mentoring, or business coaching at kitrynmarie@gmail.com. If you are interested in an online coaching session, it is $35. We do it via Facebook chat or through Duo. If you're in the St. Louis, Missouri area and you are looking for a 2-hour coaching, it is $65. If you go over to Dabble St. Louis, I have a variety of classes that are coming up. I have a business coaching at the May Pop Shop on June 30th. It is $65. I have a Law of Attraction class that is coming up next Monday night here in my home, where I show you how to look for the missing pieces in your life's puzzles. The things that you were drawn to, that you're not real sure why you were drawn to, but your higher power has said, I've given you these gifts. You can have anything in this life, in the place that I am sending you, and you need to be aware of your capabilities in order to achieve these wonderful things that are on this earth. And when you become aware of why you are attracted to certain things, certain people, the way that you look at things opens up. It broadens the horizon, where you were able to choose better. You are able to set those boundaries to let only the right kind of people in your life, not somebody who's a vampire who wants to suck your energy and make you live a life that they want to live, and it's not a life that you want to live. I'm also going to be teaching a photojournalism class where we talk about writing your life. I apologize if this is backwards. Writing your life, telling the chronological story, maybe not of you, but maybe of your mom and dad or your grandma and grandpa. And we talk about the who, the why, the what, the where. It is a 3-series class that you can sign up through Dabble St. Louis also. You can go see all of my work. You can see all of my KM Designs line over at KM Graphic Apparel and Art.weebly.com to learn more about me and to learn about all of my coaching classes and any of my art classes. Right now I do have availability for any of my art classes. You can do a group or you can do a private class. You are more than welcome to come here to my Afton home studio to take a class. You can go to Kitryn-Marie.weebly.com to learn more about me and to see all the things that I offer. Hopefully, in the next month or so, I will be taking another grand trip somewhere. It is in the works. I will keep you posted on all of that. So for today and tomorrow, as always, be happy, be blessed, be thankful for everything that happens in this life. You know, only allow the good things to come into your life that keep your life healthy, to make you be happy with long-term, thank you, Michael, that make you have long-term joy that will extend with you over the rest of your life. Life changes extremely, extremely quick, and you want to make sure that you are on the right side of the coin when fate goes ahead and flips it. So I am Kitryn Marie. I am an artist, a writer, a speaker, a life and a business coach. I reside here in St. Louis, Missouri. So for today, be thankful, be happy, and I'll see you all real soon. Take care.